Well, this word has always occurred to me as I've seen this grotesque.
Grotesque, that's what I wanted to say. And that was one of the first words I wanted to use in the pod today.
Well, okay. I mean, if it's grotesque, what does that do to the emotional impact? Because when something's grotesque, uh, we take it completely seriously? I mean, does that diminish the tragedy or the tragic aspect or the uh, pathos of the artwork? Like, does that change in any way the feeling or the emotion that we experience?
I think it's a really smart question, and I can see many instances in which that would have the potential to somewhat diminish or trivialize the raw suffering. But I think maybe other things at work in this painting. Maybe it's the fact that it's a woman, or that some aspects of the painting represent a more like innocent beauty, whether it's the flower or the hair. So I think that it's not grotesque enough to kind of to really cloak the pain. I mean, I think the pain is still very much present and like in a way that evokes our sympathy. What do
Okay,
you think?
I would agree with that, but is there something, I don't know, when something is grotesque, does it cross over into being cartoonish? Is there
Can you
is there something about this? I mean, because obviously it's not, this is not an example of realism. It's a very abstract, almost caricatured image, right? So what is that? What effect does that have? Does it diminish? I mean, I understand you're saying it's still very powerful, but how does it affect it? Does it heighten it? Does it heighten the pathos? Does it accentuate that feeling of despair or uh,
I think
disturbance?
yes. I think yes.
Okay.
I think, and again, I want to honor your request that we stay with the text and not go into kind of Picasso in a
Right.
larger context.
We can get to that later, but for now,
Sure.
yeah.
But I would just say that yes, this type of experimentation, this type of artistic experimentation, you know, offers another glimpse into what it means to be human, and is in many ways more potent than a realistic representation would be, because in that jaggedness, we really feel how broken someone is. And so that's so interesting actually, because this is like this shows something that maybe we wouldn't have if we hadn't seen a painting like this before. We wouldn't think it's possible. And so I think it's very interesting because of that. The fact that whoa, it's like I don't know. It's like if we saw something that was completely alien to us, whether it was like a new animal or something on another planet, and it suddenly provoked something, a part of us that maybe is inside of us that we didn't really know was there, something like that. So
Hmm.
yeah,
Well, there is something almost alien about this, or it resembles like an exotic species of animal. But you said there were two words you mentioned there that caught my attention: jagged and brokenness. And as I'm looking at this, the lines are you know triangular, especially around the face,
right.
and that certainly suggests that jaggedness and brokenness, almost like the face almost looks like shards of glass. Apart
Yes,
from
yes,
the obvious depiction of teeth, which are also grotesque. I mean, look at that mouth, the lips and the
right.
teeth, and then you know the fingers, and then that ambiguity about whether we're looking at a teardrop or a fingernail. Uh, it suggests that kind of jagged or fragmentary aspect. It's almost like she, the subject of the portrait, is falling to pieces. Right? She herself is fragmented. She's jagged. She's broken. Ooh,
Yes,
as
yes.
I'm saying this, I'm appreciating this image more and more.